The Vencer Sarthe Championship is here, but there's no need to rejoice, because this car is not that great. However, for those of you who are collectors of these cars in the game, and you want to win it, well, I guess I'll try to help you out and let you know how to win this car as easily as possible. Let's take a look at upgrades first. Now this car is actually quite nitro reliant, meaning that the nitro upgrades actually give you more speed than the top speed upgrades. This is why I would recommend you to tune for the max upgrades 0005, so you're going to completely max out the nitrous. If you can't win with this tuning, then I guess you can start upgrading the top speed, but the nitrous comes first. The Pro Kits kind of follow the same format. Since this car requires forced induction V8s in order to upgrade, these engines are super rare. They're a legendary engine. This means that you have to use these very carefully and use as few of these as possible, which is why, once again, I recommend the nitrous tuning. So instead of doing 5050 like many other cars, I would recommend 0505. You're going to upgrade the suspension and the exhaust. After you fully upgrade the suspension and exhaust, then you can start upgrading the drivetrain and the other parts. But first, you should upgrade the nitrous out fully. Now, completely off topic for a bit, let's look at the looks of the car. And the front? Whoa, it's beautiful, it's, very modern and nice. But the back? It's not the most pleasant sight. Well, in my opinion, at least. Obviously, your opinions can differ, and that's completely okay, but that's just my opinion. Sorry about that, let's get back to the upgrades. As I said previously, I recommend upgrading the nitrous first. However, after you upgrade all the nitrous, it's still probably not a good enough vehicle to beat the championship, which means you have to upgrade some of the top speed too, and a little bit of the acceleration, which will cost you quite a bit. Unfortunately, this car is not a cheap Class C vehicle. It costs 1.9 million credits to upgrade out completely, which is really expensive. And though I assure you, you don't need to completely upgrade this car out, you still will have to upgrade quite a bit, meaning you'll probably need at least 1 million credits for upgrades, which is a little bit pricey for a lot of you. Now, you may be wondering, what about tokens? Now, I have said this in my previous videos, championships are probably the easiest event out of all the possible events in Asphalt 8. It's much easier than R&Ds, and definitely easier than Enduro Double Downs. So, usually I would not recommend you spending any tokens at all for championships, since it's not that hard usually. However, this championship is actually not too easy. As you can see in some of this footage, I'm finishing these timed trials with a few seconds to spare, which is not good, because I upgraded this car quite a bit already in this footage, and yet there's still a few seconds left before time runs out. Therefore, I recommend you have at least a few hundred tokens as a backup reserve. My next piece of advice should be common sense if you understand how a championship works. However, since some of you are beginners of the game, that's completely okay. You may not fully understand what a championship is. So let me try to explain with decent terms to help you understand. In a championship, you may have noticed there is this final race with a flag. That is known as a grand finale. In order to win a championship, all you have to do is finish each of the grand finale races, which means you don't have to finish every single small bubble in these championships, small circle in these championships. Each challenge has 3 bubbles. You only need to finish the main goal, the first challenge. You don't need to complete the secondary or third goals. Those are optional, and really, you don't need to complete every single challenge. Just make sure you do the first goals of every of those 3 bubble thingies and the 8 grand finales, and you will win the car. Also, I'm gonna kind of go back to the upgrades for a bit. Do not upgrade handling for max upgrades. Just don't. There's no point really. I mean, sure, it improves the drifting capabilities by a little bit, but for this car, The drifting and handling is average, but very manageable, so don't spend your precious credits on handling for max upgrades. My final tip is that if you don't win this vehicle, just know that it's not a good Class C car. There are several other vehicles, for example, the Mercedes-Benz CLA 45 Racing Series. That's a way better car than this Class C vehicle. So if you lose this, no biggie, just buy a better Class C vehicle than this car in the championship. In conclusion, this championship is not the hardest, but it still is pretty difficult. In addition, upgrades are not the cheapest. I personally recommend 1 million credits and, give or take a few hundred tokens. Although, usually you shouldn't use tokens for championships. Also, as I said before, please do not upgrade handling, and nitrous is the first thing you should upgrade, followed by top speed, then acceleration. Do not upgrade handling. That is all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, I'm sorry about that. I hope this video helped you at least a little bit, and if it didn't, also sorry about that. Please make sure to subscribe if you at least kind of enjoy this channel. We have just passed 15,000 subscribers, which melts my heart every time I think about it. That's incredible. Thank you guys so much for that. Also, make sure to check out my YouTube social media. I have a YouTube Instagram called @TheOfficialAxis. In addition, I have a YouTube Google Plus community known as the Cheese God Army. If you want to check those out, links will be in description, so please, yeah, check those out. It'll benefit you. Maybe. Kind of. Thanks. Goodbye, guys.